Okay. Your crime family is involved. So it says they will pay with their life, but I wrote it here more clear. So they're going to pay with their life. They was trying to dispower you, blame you, record you, and show others. So they was trying to make you react to some type of abuse. They could have been trying to get you to react to something, like trying to trigger you. They could have even been doing voodoo on you, all right, to have you looking crazy and then record you and show others. This could be also if they got a power of attorney, if something like that. They try to put you in a conservatorship. They try to say that you crazy, so they try to trigger you or push you to the edge, or do voodoo on you to make you go through so many things so that you break down, and then it justifies them getting this POA or whatever they did, all right? So they was trying to do that. And look, they are, again, they're facing RICO charge here, so that's 30 or more years in prison, and that's connecting with them right here, paying with their life. All right, and we have here a lifestyle downgrade for them. Yeah, that's also what's going to happen. Right now, they're living lavishly because they stole some type of money. Usually, this is connected, these readings, spiritual court readings, they are about your crime family, your relatives that stole the inheritance. So the money that they stole from you, if it was money that was left on the will, assets, trust, whatever it is, they was living lavishly, they was living good for a while with this money that they stole. But now they're going to experience a lifestyle downgrade, and clearly when they go to prison, it's over for that, okay, for that lifestyle. All right, spiritual court is now in session. All right, let's see what else. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Okay, so look, talking about crime family, a sibling of yours is plotting on you. They trying to set you up. They could have tried to do it because we have here they got caught on hidden camera. So let's see. Let's clarify this setup to see, what you need to be aware of so that they don't catch you slipping. Let's see. Let me pull from this deck. All right, Holy Spirit, what this sibling is plotting? What was they plotting? What was they trying to do here? What's going on with this sibling? This could be your sibling, or maybe like the person who passed away, their sibling, whoever left you something, take this how it resonates. Wait, this is too many, so let me crack it in two. We got an emperor here, father figure. Okay, so we're clarifying this sibling card, okay? It says you will be vindicated, all right? So they travel somewhere. Tell me more about this travel. This was some type of setup, some type of bait that they wanted you to bite the bait. What is this travel? Tell me more about this travel. Oh my God, more confirmation of them traveling. They could have traveled overseas. Bottom of the deck, we have here, okay, so gifts, generosity, charity, donations, money, community assistance, support. This in the upright is like some type of money being distributed. See how they're giving this, and that's the pentacles. You see the scale here. Okay, so it was supposed to be even distribution of some type of money, right? In the something about wealth. You see how it says wealth there. So in the reverse, somebody, they didn't do that. They did not give this gifts. They wasn't, they wasn't doing what they were supposed to do with this money. So this is why they're traveling. Okay, so they're traveling because so they could have even went and put some type of money in overseas accounts or something like that. All right, so now they're plotting on you. Tell me more about the plotting. So this is what they did. They traveled somewhere to hide money that they stole, basically. They were supposed to give this money, and they didn't give it to you. So what is the plot? Bankrupt. So these people are bankrupt right now. We got past due bills. They're in debt. Let's see what else. We have here stress at the bottom of the deck. Okay. And we have the Nine of Wands. So they're going through an ongoing battle So what could be the plot then? Like they trying to get you caught up in something? Let me pull from this other deck. All right, let's see. Shuffle it. Make sure it's nice and crispy for me. All right. All right, so tell me about the plot now. Because it's showing me what they're going through. They're going through an ongoing battle right now. They're trying to plot on you somehow. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is it? They're trying to set you up. Like, we see a setup here. Bait. I feel like the bait is what they took. They took the bait by stealing this money from you. So what's the plotting? Okay, I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to say. Like, that was the plot right there. They was plotting on you to steal this money. And okay. I think that's what Spirit is trying to say, because I'm getting that now. That's the plot. That they took this from you. Yeah, look, relieved. You see what I'm saying? Like, this was going to relieve them of their debt. So this is what the plot is. Yeah, look, lack of progress. We have here wasting time, too materialistic, miserly, focusing only on short term, lack of progress planning. You know, like they wasn't getting no type of good news. You see, no manifestation, no opportunities, financial opportunities, because it's in the reverse. And we have the King of Swords. So this is them. It says head over heart. They made a head over heart decision. Like, listen, I know that this is my sibling or this is my relative, and I'm just going to have to do what I got to do because I got to make this money. Because I'm bankrupt, I'm stressed out, and I'm going through an ongoing battle. Something that is ongoing. They're drained also with that. And also the Nine of Wands is like feeling like you're close to a freaking, what is the word? Crash out. You know, like they was ready to crash out. Like, you know, like they're just burdened. So they was like, fuck it, I gotta do what I gotta do to relieve myself. You see that? So the Three of Pentacles, and this is also working with others. You see how it says here collaboration. This could be a skill, like, you know, that they be scamming people, because we have skill, collaboration, you know, craftsmanship, building, collaboration, teamwork. All right, so, but we do know that there is, with a RICO charge, they was working, because that's the RICO right there. Like, they was working with a group of people. So this is, with this sibling, that was the plot, is what Spirit is saying. They already did the plot. They already did this bait. They bit the bait by stealing. Okay, because you know we are God's bait. You know, God puts us in these situations to see if these people are gonna bite the bait, if they're gonna steal from us, if they're gonna think that we are soft, you know, and that we are gullible, and then boop, God shows them like, oh, you should have never touched my chosen one. Okay, so that's what I'm getting here. They already plotted on you and they already took action. That's the action. Okay, everything that we see here, they traveled somewhere. They didn't give you, you know, for some of y'all, they could have traveled to where you're from. When this person in your family, they passed away, they came from wherever they're from. They from another state, another country. They came, they got this money, and they was out, you know, like they was like, oh, I'm out of here. You know, maybe they came for the funeral, you know, acting like they really care, you know, but they was really just trying to be there to make sure that they get their money, or, you know, they could be able to get this plot done. All right, with whoever they was working with. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Tell me more about this sibling. And, you know, if it's not your sibling, it's your crime, somebody in your crime family. Look, this information got them shook. All right? They are scared. Bottom of the deck, they cannot break the oath. So this sibling is someone who's in a secret society organization. All right? They could be part of... yeah, well connected. They could be part of, you know, like the Masons. That's something that always comes out. We're going to see if it comes out later. The Masons, Eastern Stars, take it how it resonates. Any type of sorority, fraternity, community. They're part of some type of group, community, a religion, a group, okay? So this information got them shook. And very, very well known is because, again, you know, allegedly, the Masons, they are very well connected. They have them working everywhere. They work in the hospital, they work in the courts, they work everywhere. They're normal people who initiate, you know, into those groups, and they are very well connected. So they have them everywhere. All right. So they cannot break the oath. They're scared now. They cannot get out of this. They was supposed to do this, and look what they're facing. They're facing RICO charges. Maybe they was not. Yeah, look, there's something here about seeking evidence and them forging your signature on documents. You know, there's something here about them just not going to help them, okay? They're well connected. Usually they help them, You know, allegedly they get out, because I know the rappers be saying that, you know, like the rappers be like, I'm a Mason, I ain't going to prison, I'm gonna get my lawyer, I'm a Mason, okay, like I'm a Freemason. They be saying that. So that's what I'm getting. Like, they did this, they forged your signature. There's people right now on this case, and these Masons, they're not gonna help them. Yo, you cannot make this up. Did you just see how it fell out? Look at this right here. They took an oath. They made a pledge, a promise. Wow. Double confirmation. There's something here about this deal. Wow. So yeah, they're scared because if they don't do what they're supposed to do, they get a spanking. Okay. Well, I forgot what the word is. Sanction. They get sanctioned. All right. Allegedly. Okay. I did a little research. Remember that comment somebody wrote? And yeah, I looked into that. They get sanctioned. All right. So this person is scared. Okay. There was something that they did right here to get this property, this home, and all of this shit is going to get them caught up, and they're not going to get any help. This is what I'm getting with this. All right. Let's keep going. Let me pull from here and see what else. What else can we get, Holy Spirit, with this information that's coming out regarding what they did, the RICO charge, the crime family, the home, the property, the forged signature, everything that we got here? What's going on with that? Okay. Oh, we got hidden camera twice. So look, they got caught on hidden camera. And there's going to be a negative change in circumstances for them because they got caught on camera. All right. The leader. So look, again, I'm telling you, there's a leader here. There's a group. It's a cult, a coven. Okay. And they're going to be disbarred and thrown in prison for the corruption. There's a crooked lawyer who's a part of this. Like I said, they're well connected. They have them in the courts. Look, this judge. I said judge. Maybe the judge is a Freemason. They be saying that too. That they be having judges as Masons. But right now, the lawyer, this crooked lawyer, could be part of their group. They're gonna be also thrown in prison. All right, they're part of this RICO charge here. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Okay, so we have alimony. So somebody that is married is involved in this. They could be, they could be already getting some type of alimony. All right, that's confirmation for somebody. And it says here they hired a hitman. All right, I wrote physical because, if it was spiritual, that means that they hired some type of warlock to do a death spell on you. So this is a physical hitman. This is somebody that they hired. They could have hired them on the dark web. All right, to do this to you. It says here, they're not going to be their fall guy. They're talking. Oh, so look at that. The hitman that they hired is not going to be the fall guy. They are going to talk. They're going to tell the feds that they were hired to unalive you. Oh, my goodness. Tell me more. Let's see. Oh my God, they underestimated your strength and your intelligence. They didn't expect you to fight back. They didn't expect you to talk. They didn't expect you to expose them. It says here they're going to use your nephew to get into your energy. So look at that. They didn't expect you to have these strong boundaries. You are now not communicating with these people. You found out what they did and you cut them all off. You don't care if they're your blood or not. All right, because they didn't care if you was blood. They still stole from you. They didn't care. They took the money out of your the food out of your kid's mouth. Out of yours, like they didn't care how it affected you. They didn't care if you needed it or not. They were very greedy, and they underestimated you, your intelligence as well. Like I'm telling you, they thought you was some sucker, like you were just some dummy. Like they thought you was an easy target. All right. They didn't know that you are divine and you have a whole spirit team, that you're not alone. Maybe you are alone. They thought, that was another thing that they could do. Like you're alone. No, you're not alone. Your spirit team is always with you. You are protected. You are the bait, and they bit the bait. Okay. So now they're going to use your nephew to get into your energy. So this is telling me we're getting into your energy. It's just that they're going to try to use your nephew to reach out to you, to go to your house. Let's clarify and see what we can get with this nephew. If it's not a nephew, because again, we got a sibling here. It could be, your sibling's child. It's a relative. They're gonna send somebody. It could be a child, not a child, but like a younger person that you are probably not expecting to pop up on you. We've been picking up on this energy, so I feel like they're hesitating. That's why it keeps coming out, because this is something that they keep wanting to do, but they're hesitating. I don't know if you can see the goosebumps that I'm getting right now, y'all. Like, this is so much confirmation. Look at that. There you go. When I get the goosebumps and my hair right here stands up like that, like, oh my God, that's confirmation that they want to send this person to you, but they keep hesitating. That's why this keeps coming out. This came out, maybe it's been like a week or something since it came out. That's telling me that they keep on trying to do other things and it's not working. So now they want to send this nephew or niece, whoever this person is, to you. What can we get with that? They're back at square one. Like, okay, maybe we should just try. They're scared. All right, there's information right there. Got them shook. They're scared. They know that you are aware that you cut them off. They know the FEDS is watching too. We have civil unrest. The playbook is simple. Inflame differences, push outrage, and let people tear themselves apart while new systems slide into place. This is like what they want to do, or they was trying to do, and we have heartbroken grief. They're like grieving this now. They tried to do this shit. Well, it's like with civil unrest, we're gonna apply these cards to the situation. All right. The playbook is simple. Like, it was something that they tried to do. Again, like this playbook, like I said, this is something that they do all the time with this collaboration, this group thing, with this secret society and all that. Like, this is something that they do, and it works all the time with this skill. It's like a scam that they know always works to steal inheritance, to get a life insurance policy out on people, like those type of things. Like, this is what they do. So that's what I'm getting. Like, they thought the playbook was simple. Now, with this nephew or this person coming into your energy, is like, it says tear people apart while new systems are sliding into place. So, maybe making y'all talk is something about like something in the background, sliding a new system into place, tearing themselves apart. Give me one more with civil unrest. Like, maybe, like a distraction while they do something in the background is what I'm getting. Like, inflame differences. Get her. Oh, inflame differences. Push outrage. Reactive abuse. It's right under the card too. That is crazy. That's what I'm getting right now. This is them trying to trigger you. Look, we got happy. You're happy. And it's like inflame differences. Push outrage. That's what I'm getting. Like, get you to outrage. Inflame you. Trigger you. Tear yourself apart while they slide into a new system into place. It's just like why they get this game plan going, the playbook. Act like she's crazy, act like he's crazy, to dispower you, record you, and show others. This was part of the plan, all right? This is how they was going to do this. Sending this person towards you, triggering you somehow with this. If it's not, like I said, if it's not a nephew, it's just somebody that you know. And you be, maybe you'll be like, the audacity, how dare you come to my house with this bullshit or something like that. And it just triggers you so much that they record you, Wow. So yeah, so that's part of the little plan that they had here. So be careful if somebody tries to send, somebody to your house. If you don't want company, don't answer the door, all right? Especially if it's these people, because this is what they're trying to do. That's the reactive abuse. All right. Anything else, Holy Spirit, regarding this hidden camera, these negative change in circumstances? Repetitive or boring job, failure, overspending, debt, underqualified. Yeah, so they've been putting a lot of work like this. They've been focused, committed to doing something. In the reverse, all the shit that they didn't work. They, trying to cover it up. It's not going to work. It's a failure. They are in debt. Okay, we keep seeing that right here. It's like they started in debt and now they're in debt again. Yeah, we have here they're an investigation. All right, the police is watching these people, the feds, they're on the investigation. All right, let's move on. Let me pull from this pile. Anything from here, Holy Spirit? Yo, this is crazy. They got caught on camera again. We got 3 cards that's talking about them getting caught on security camera. So yeah, they are scared because there's proof. They got them on camera. Look, somebody's gonna go on the run. That's how scared they are, because they know that there's video footage of them doing something. Let's see, what's this? Somebody's gonna end up on house arrest if they're not already. Someone's gonna take a lie detector test and they're going to fail. So this could be something with this investigation. We got a polygraph test here. They conspired with others to ruin your reputation. So this is again connected to the reactive abuse. All right, trying to ruin your reputation, saying that, you know, you needed the POA. I don't know, I keep getting POA energy, power of attorney. All right, something like that. Like you couldn't handle this money. You were mentally unstable. You were crazy or some shit, and they needed to take this money and have control over it, you know. So they conspired with other people to ruin your reputation, to agree, you know. I don't know if anybody even you know, actually lied, you know, to, what do you call that, in the courts or something like that, perjury or anything like that, like if they took it to that level. But they was definitely trying to ruin your reputation. We have here, ignorance is no defense, and the truth is an offense, but it is not a sin. So you are saying the truth about what they're doing. They are definitely mad, all right? But it is not a sin. You are saying the truth, and the truth will set you free, okay? And ignorance is no defense. So some of these people, or one of these people involved in this group activity that they did to steal from you, they're going to act like they didn't know, or they was like unaware or something. And that's what the judge is going to tell them. Ignorance is no defense. You're going to prison, bitch. Okay, so it don't matter. You can act like you didn't know, but you know, bitch. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead now and get some locations. Let's see. All right, Holy Spirit, what locations are significant? And, you know, they're not going to make it on the run, okay? They're being watched already. So we have Texas, Utah. Oh, we got Utah again. Look at that. Wow, confirmation for somebody. Tell me more. Oh, my God. We got Texas again. Wow, twice. Okay, we have Colorado. North Dakota. Nebraska, Nevada. Minnesota, Mississippi. Idaho, Hawaii, New Hampshire, or New Hampshire, I always say it wrong. New Jersey, oh, we got New Hampshire again. Okay, New Jersey, Maine, and Maryland. So a lot of double confirmation there. Okay, let me get some names. So I mixed all the name decks together. Remember last time I was doing it separately with the new one. So now I just mixed it all together. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to do 1 group, 2, and 3. All right, so let me get some names from here, Holy Spirit. This is just, you know, it's not no group, because some people was asking me about the groups last time. No groups, no group message. It's just take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? Wait, that's too many. We're not going to do all that. Let's do this again. Give me 2 from here, Holy Spirit. Okay, that's 1. Sharita, Jasmine, Randy, Jeremy, Kirby, Anthony, Pearline, Verna, Rebecca, Gilchrist, and Shanti. 1 more. Oh, we got 2 more. This one and this one. Oh, we got Anthony twice here. Okay, so Anthony, Lucas, Chris, Mendez, Mitch, Christy, Chapman, Maya, Wallace, Rollins, Jones, Kelvin, Tamara, Danielle, Khan, Otero, Jenkins, Corina, Joel, Roland, Adonis, Josh, Patricia, Moore, Corey, Tavares, Arthur, Nelson, Annie, Billy, Steve, Jeff, Walker, and Sloan. Cassandra, Lee, Jamie, Shavonna, Sam, Willie, Jane, Whitlock, Aaron, Rebecca, Crosby, Isis, Meredith, Indigo, and Wilhelmina. Did I say Jamie? And Jamie. All right, let me get one from here. Okay. Callahan, O'Neill, Sonny, Maggie, Joan, Chambers, Ginger, Douglas, Rhonda, Paulding, Tom, Josh, Anastasia, Tara, Gregory, Keith, Craig, Henson, Brenda, Sandy, Cooley, Groves, Jackie, Daniel, Indigo, Lane, Vicky, and Haas. And then one from here. Oh, thank y'all. Nadine, Natalie, Crystal, Jim, Keith, Sophia, Kiana, Gretel, Katrina, Hector, Joe, Sean, Charlene, Alex, and Neil. All right, y'all. So that's what I got. I hope I was able to bring clarity and confirmation to whoever needed to receive this message. Spiritual Court is now adjourned. Peace.